Hello and welcome to another Olfi 1.5 tutorial. In this video, we're going to take a look at how the Videolapse function works. So let's jump in and power up our Olfi. So just to recap, to power up the Olfi, you want to press and hold the power and mode button until you see the startup screen. Okay, in my case, the camera's gone straight into my last used mode, which is video. We're going to want to change that into our Videolapse mode. So to do that, tap the power mode button, it's taking me into photo, tap it again, and we're into our main menu. The third icon at the top is our Videolapse feature. And we're going to choose that. Now I would actively encourage you to go ahead and watch our time-lapse tutorial, which is detailed for our photo time-lapses. But what Videolapse does is pretty much the same, but takes out the work that you'd have to put in order to stitch all of your thousands of photos together into a video. What's happening here is your camera is recording a very sped up video and then playing it back at your given resolution. Now at the moment we're in 1080-60. 60 frames a second is great for slow motion footage, which we'll look at in another video, but it's not good for time lapses, so there's no need for us to go ahead and use 1080-60. So we need to go and change that. Use the down arrow to open up the menu, and we're going to change our resolution by pressing down to go to resolution. Choose resolution, and I'm going to put mine to 1080 at 30 frames a second. Now what that means is that the camera has to take 30 frames to make 1 second. Now, this is something that we're aware of for video, and we have to remember that even though we're taking a sequence of stills and turning them into a video, it's still a video, so the same principles apply. So we need 30 photos at given intervals in order to create 1 second. Now, we can choose what those intervals are. The wider spread the interval, the faster the motion's going to appear. So let's say we want to get clouds moving across the sky and it's not a hugely windy day. What we'll do is we'll change our interval. So let's press the down arrow, choose Videolapse interval. Now you'll notice that we can actually choose a couple of different options that we didn't have in our normal photo time lapse. We can use the 0.5 second option, 1 second, 3 second, 5 seconds. I'm going to choose one image every 3 seconds. Everything else I'm going to leave exactly how it is. And I'm going to come back with the mode button to take me back into our Videolapse screen. Okay, now that's all there is to it in order to set it up. Now, you can choose your intervals for a variety of different options and scenarios. Now, I tend to use the sort of 1 or 3 seconds in order to get moving skies. If you're in a car and you want to do a journey, you might choose 5+ seconds if you're doing a long journey. And the camera will then create the video for you. So, all you now need to do is go ahead and press the record button or the shutter button. Now you'll notice that we've pressed this and the timer's not counting up. It only counts up as it's got to the right point in time. So it takes longer for us to create 1 second of video now. It's not one real-time second. Now that's important. So we're not going to see the timer change at the bottom until it's taken 30 still photos or 30 frames. Now we know that we've told it to do that every 3 seconds. It's going to take 1, so we then have to times 30 by 3, so it should do 1 second after 90 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this creep up. It is one of the questions we get asked the most. I've been using Videolapse and my timer doesn't count up. It is because it's showing you how much footage you've captured. So there we go, it's gone straight to 2, so it can take a little while to build this up. So don't use it as a given. But what we'll do now is I'll try and see if we can create a demo clip, and you'll be able to see. We'll do it exactly the same as we've done now. So 1080-30 with a 3-second interval. And that's all there is to it for this video. Check back soon for more.